Hey everybody, Mark with North Star here. Today we're going to go over how to properly set up and perform a landing in the Cirrus. A lot of debate about it. But so what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few things. One of them is picking our aiming point. So when we're coming on final, we're going to have our aiming point. In this case, we'll use the 1,000-foot markers. We're going to keep that in one spot in the windshield. If we see it moving up in the windshield, that means our approach path is too low. Bring our nose up to the point. If we move down the windshield, our approach path is too high. And bring the nose down just a little bit. So think of a VFR approach as the same as you're flying a glide slope. So you're flying a straight line from point A to point B. And you're trying to track that line down as smooth as possible to the place you want to land. So that's what we're going to try to do on this. We're going to set the airplane up. We're going to be probably 80 or just a little bit under. We're going to feel the airplane on final, what we're looking for. If we're getting too slow, you're going to feel the airplane start to settle underneath of you. If you're a little bit too fast, you're going to feel it, where you're fighting a little bit, and you'll feel it pushing under your butt a little bit. So we're going to look out for those things. We're going to watch our aiming point, and we'll be back on just a second when we get set up for this approach. All right, so we're lining up for runway 28 here in Greenville. They asked us to keep our speed up, so we're going to be a little bit fast. We're going to aim right at the numbers in this approach. So even out here, I'm holding the numbers in one spot in my windscreen. And just drawing that visual glide path right to that point. What you want to do is you want to point the airplane where you want it to go. So we want it to go to the numbers, that's where we're going to point it. If we want it to go to the end of the runway, that's where we're going to point it. 1,000-foot markers, same thing applies. We're going to keep going in that direction right to our aiming point until we're almost in the round out, and then we're going to transition our eyes down to the end of the runway. If you do it prior, if you are 100 foot from the runway and you transition your eyes down the end of the runway, what it's going to cause you to do is bring your nose up and come in really flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our eyes at our aiming point. So we're going to aim at the numbers. So when you're looking at the numbers in the video, you should see the numbers staying pretty much in one spot in the windscreen. So I'm going to add my first notch of flaps. They brought me over the airspace here, so it's a little bit unconventional pattern, but that's okay. All right, first notch of flaps coming in below 119. And I'm going to go ahead and put my last notch of flaps in as soon as I get below 104 because I want to be nice and stabilized coming in. All right, there's 104, last notch of flaps coming in. Boost, mixture, flap light is confirmed. I'm letting my airplane slow up here. I'm at 90 knots, slowing down.
469 Delta, I suppose I can talk you into picking your speed up a little bit.
Yeah, get it up a little bit.
Thanks.
All right, so there we're starting to sink just a little bit. We're at 75. All right, so now I'm holding the numbers in one spot in the windscreen. So we're at 73 knots. The airplane's pretty happy. This is the 2012
SR22T with
Peaky.
Ground.
Peaky AC, all the good stuff. So I felt the airplane sink just a little bit there, so I bumped the power up just a little bit, keeping that airplane flying right at the numbers. That's my aiming point. That's going to put me about the second
Lima, right, runway 1, taxi via Hotel Alpha, hold short of 1028.
Keep that airplane going right at the numbers. That'll put me about the second, or these are short stripes, so about the third centerline stripe. All right, still at 75 knots. The airplane's pretty happy, nice and comfortable.
55 Lima, hold short of 1028.
All right, still coming at my aiming point. Taking a little bit of power out.
To Quebec, you can just kind of slow flight there. You're going to be following traffic on a 3-mile final.
Right, keeping that. Now I'm transitioning my eyes to the end of the runway. There we go. Transition my eyes to the end of the runway. Holding the airplane on. There we go. Nose wheel hasn't touched. There's a nose wheel touch. Didn't get the stall horn on. I had a few more knots extra. Right. And that's a good idea how to do a landing in the Cirrus. So I'll shoot lots more landing videos, but that just gives you a good indication there. Like I said, it could have been a little bit slower.
469 Delta, number 1,
could have had the stall horn on. But just a couple knots fast. We were, you could see in the video, we were fluctuating between 73 and 80. The wind burped me over the buildings there just a little. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/NorthStarAero, or you can visit us on our website at iflynorthstar.com. Fly safe, guys.